Big news out of the US, which is, as you know, Joe Biden is going to go all in when it comes to climate change and all in when it comes to climate change action. Australia will, in my view, end up signing to net zero for 2050 because he wants to up all things to do with the Paris Agreement. I look forward to Bronwyn disagreeing with me in a couple of minutes' time. But today, an executive order, which of course is apparently the way this bloke thinks he can govern, which is you just write it down and declare it as an executive order and thus it becomes law, is that now climate change is at the heart of, among other things, diplomatic and national security policy. The former Secretary of State, the bloke who wanted to be president back in 2004, John Kerry, explains as now the main man on climate change.
Today, in the order that he will sign, that Gina has described to you, he makes climate central to foreign policy planning, to diplomacy, and to national security preparedness.
Geez, what a vibrant team they have there in the United States. The bloke who barely knows what Ruby's in and Frankenstein, who's going to be telling us all about climate change. But in a grab that I'm sure, as soon as he stepped away from the lectern, he regretted making, because it's one that will echo for a very long time. Here's the absolute truth. While I believe that climate change exists, while I believe, for obvious reasons, you can't have 7 billion people on the planet without doing something to the planet, you also need to be realistic about what can be done if you want to still live in the 21st century. Well, John Kerry has said that even if we went back to the 19th century, even if the United States went way back to the bad old days of its own history and way back before you were able to fly all over the country, to be able to make things in giant factories, well, it wouldn't actually do enough. And this is America talking.
We could go to zero tomorrow, and the problem isn't solved.
We could go to zero tomorrow and it wouldn't fix anything. Why? Because, of course, China, under the Paris deal, can keep spewing crap into the air until 2030. They promised to go zero by not 2050, but by 2060.